I've engaged the nearest bandit. If you can, engage the middle one.
Box 3, trailer 14833.
Welcome to the channel. If you're new to BMS, welcome to the BMS world. This mission quickly explains the DLZ, IDM, and some BVR tactical lessons in the TacView that you don't want to miss at the end. I have the vast majority of the mission unedited, but as you can see, I have chapters. I was Fury 4-4 in a 4-ship of F-16s Block 30 aggressors with PL-12s against 4 F-16 Block 40s with AIM-120s. Even though they weren't real and we were using sim mode, it definitely kept everybody on their toes. Check out other videos on my channel and the description for my merch store where all purchases directly support the channel. If you have any questions at all, feel free to comment below and I'll try to answer them all. Enjoy the video and see you next time. Welcome to AV 1 and 2, Avionics 1 and 2. We're going to talk about APG 68 radar theory, ECM theory, symbology, bar scan elevation, IDM theory, and IDM symbology. So here's just a basic radar. It's not the new people I want to be in here, but I'm not going to spend too much time. But yeah, radar, it sends out waves, bounces off something, comes back. RCS, the smaller the energy, or the smaller the RCS, the more energy needs to reflect. And obviously the smaller the RCS, the harder it is to see the aircraft, hence stealth. Any other questions? I know we're pretty much good on this. I think it's all veterans people in here. Any questions on this? Sweet.
Nope.
ECM theory. So electronic countermeasures gives your enemy a hard time getting a confident lock on radar. So the symbology that you see used for chevrons. Everyone's seen those chevrons before. I remember last year or whatever that was, I was teaching about the actual effective ranges. So the effective range of your ECM is about going forward, 5 degrees up, 20 degrees down, and then it eventually fades from full to no effect as it gets to 30 degrees on the bottom there. And then same thing with the top one, the horizontal. It's about 30 degrees out. It can go all the way up to 60 degrees, but it fades from effect to no effect. So keep that in mind when you're using your jammer.
The only thing I'm going to add is on symbology and the Hornet, it's a big X, big yellow X instead of chevrons.
Interesting. And then the older blocks of 16, they have X's as well. So yeah, the CMS switch aft is to give it consent, so that little light will come on. It doesn't mean that it's emitting, it just means that you gave it consent to emit whenever it deems necessary. The right, CMS right, is off, and that light will go off, and you do not give it consent to emit. So effective zones, I went over that. So as you can see, it's 20 degrees down, so just based off of this picture right here, if you're above the target, above your enemy, it will have more effect than if they were above you, just based off of this 20 degrees nose down. So here's the thing that everybody can't really understand, but some people do, some don't. But XMIT 1, which is the forward part of on your ECM switch, there's 3 different XMITs. So forward is aft only. So if you have it in consent, it'll only deem necessary to give ECM countermeasures aft, so behind you. So if you're going to get something that's in front of you, you click it aft and you're at XMIT 1, then nothing's going forward and it's kind of pointless. I would use this for possibly if you're going against SAMs and you know you're doing a low level thing, so you won't really see it forward. But as you're running away, you might see it. You might turn that on and leave it in XMIT 1. But other than that's like a really specific example. But I usually
Or like any running away action. If you're turning from the fight and you're like bugging out, then that would be you're the one at aft.
Yeah.
Especially if you know there's no threats in front of you.
Exactly. But usually, I would say, my personal opinion, I usually switch it in the XMIT 2, where it's forward, like the caveat of it, if it's actually emitting forward on the I band, which I believe is the preset 4, if it's emitting on that, then you'll lose 30% of your FCR. I'm not sure if it's like the distance or it's the percentage of that you'll actually lock someone up or keep a lock. I'm not sure what it is, but it degrades it by 30%, whatever that means. And also it'll do aft as well, so it'll do both. So this is the one that I use a lot because you could basically turn it on and turn it off. So you can have it in 2, go aft. If there's anything in front of you, it'll emit forward and backwards. If you don't want to, if you're about to shoot or something, you want to turn it off real quick, you can turn it off. CMS right. Also, if you Fox AIM 120, it'll turn off the forward antenna, so it won't interfere with the data link. And then 3 is like the legacy, I guess, ECM that BMS used to have last update, is this blanket ECM. So it transmits everything in both directions. And that's when you have it on. Once you give it consent and the light's green and you're in XMIT 3, it'll blanket ECM in both directions, as long as it depends on which program you have on. So it'll only send out what program you'll have set up on the buttons. Any questions at all on this slide? I know I don't have pictures, but I'm pretty sure most of us have seen it, know what the colors mean, transmit, active, and what was the last one? Standby. No questions? Alrighty. I've heard rumors that it affects your wingman as well, so keep that in mind when you're transmitting and jamming with the 30% FCR degraded. Here's some FCR symbology. That's the ECM jamming. It's on the right side, the picture, the yellow chevrons. That's the ECM jamming detected. You got the red part going down. That's Pitbull. The right is when you're not locked onto it, and the left is when you're locked onto it. And then the two slashes, or the X, is the time of impact. Doesn't mean it's dead. It just means that the timeout went to 0. The calculated time of impact has gone to 0. If you see lose, that just means that kinematically the missile cannot hit the target at that point in time. The target could turn around, and then the lose goes away, and then it populates the DLZ again. But that's what that lose means. So kinematically, your missile will not hit in that particular moment in time. Any questions so far? All right. So I think pretty much everyone here is pretty much good on the DLZ. Oh, DevStep, welcome.
Yes, sir.
How familiar are you with the DLZ here? On a scale of 1 to a genius, I guess.
With a genius, about a 6.5.
Okay. I'm gonna tease you a little bit.
Very specific.
Very specific. So I'm gonna ask. You see on this photo here, you see that DMZ, that 60 degrees? Can you explain to me what that is?
If I remember correctly, is that the loft cube?
Not quite.
Or is it the aspect angle?
It's an angle of some sort.
Nah, I'm stumped.
So it's let's see, I'm gonna go with, we'll pick on recluse. Do you know what that DMC means? Recluse?
Sorry, I'm trying to boot up right now. I'm kind of half paying attention. What's the question?
What that DMC degrees on the, it's on the slide now. If you're not on the slides, then I'll skip to someone else.
No, I'm looking at it. Dynamic. I don't know.
It's digital maneuvering queue. So what this number means is whatever you're locked onto, if the target has to change their vector by 60 degrees to degrade your missiles, I guess from nominal to what was the other one? High speed. Name escapes me right now, but it's like a high speed and a nominal percentage of kill. So this degrades it from the high speed. I need to get the Ripper. Can you look real quick what the nominal and then the other one means? I know there's two different hit parameters, but this basically degrades the missile if the enemy or the contact turns 60 degrees. And of course, when it gets closer to RTR, it goes up all the way to 180. And at 180, it disappears because at RTR, that's turn and run. So that's like basically the minimum that the aircraft can be to get away from it. So 180 is turning around. So that's why it goes all the way to 180 and then goes away. So at 60 degrees, if the Bandit turns 60 degrees, it's usually in the opposite direction.
And is that's 60 degrees in any direction?
No, it's in the
60
opposite
degrees
direction.
left, 60 degrees right, or
Yeah, it's 60 degrees in the away direction. Because if they go 60 degrees towards you, then it's not gonna do them much good.
It's gonna get down to RTR and be screwed. Yeah.
So if they're coming towards you, like hot, so 180 aspect, and they have to turn to the left or to the right, so 120 or 240. So in the opposite direction. If they're going like kind of sideways a little bit, then they have to go away from you to the north, in a sense. If they come towards you, the closure speed will go up and it'll get closer to RTR. So so usually at the very top it starts at 10, goes to 20, 30, 40, and then goes all the way to 180. So just keep that's just a good thing to have in mind when looking at the digital dynamic launch queue. And that closure speed is closure speed. It's usually more than 100. That's kind of weird. The impole, this number right here, is the missile that's on your rail. This is not the missile that went out. So if you were to fire the next missile now, the distance you would be till pitbull from you and your target, or by the time the missile goes pitbull, you will be 30 miles away. That's another thing to keep in mind when you're shooting. So this is not the missile that you shot. This is the missile that the next missile to be shot.
Got it. So once you fire it, it cycles to the next missile.
Yes. So the missile in the air is down here on the bottom left picture with the 24M and 23M and stuff. That's the predicted distance you will be. Yeah, the last one in flight. That'll be the predicted distance from the missile that's in the air. And then this one up here, the 30M, is the distance of the next missile in flight, if you were to launch at that moment.
Okay,
So
sorry.
the other thing I'm just going to say is make sure you understand the difference between RPI, RMIN, ROPT, because sometimes your lead may tell you to fire RPI or fire ROPT or XYZ. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I have a quick question.
yeah, go ahead.
So basically, the information underneath the DLZ is for the missile that's in the air. Everything else is related to your next shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Wish I had a laser in this thing. I don't have a laser anymore.
Oh, we could see your mouse.
Well, on the live stream, but if you're watching the what's it called, the actual slideshow, you can't see anything.
Pointer away?
So this is the slideshow. I do have the what's it called, the Jamboard, and if everybody's on the Jamboard, you can see the laser pointer. It's kind of cool, but it's like two different things. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice to have it on here. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, yeah. So there's RPI. Usually, especially if it's a high threat, you usually launch at ROPT. I'm gonna pick on someone else here. So, Dove Step. What are the advantages of shooting at ROPT? If you don't know, that's fine. Picking on people.
Okay, I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark here, but if I remember correctly, I think our opt is the best place to fire an AMRAAM when you have a non-maneuvering target.
You're not wrong, but there's a more specific answer I'm looking for. I'm gonna pick on Hal now. Hal, you there?
Yeah.
So what's the benefit of shooting at ROPT than RPI?
Well, to get the benefit from R opt, you need to be at the loft angle. And if you're at the loft angle, then it's going to be equal to firing at R pi. So R pi is and R opt are pretty much the same, except R pi is when you're level.
That is correct. So, Dubstep, did you understand that?
Yep, noted.
So yeah, so it's basically free distance or free lofting distance when you're at R opt. So in this left picture here, it says 25. So that's the loft angle. So the caret goes through R opt, a little circle, and then the as you get closer to R pi, the loft angle goes down. But you could literally go in the burner, loft up 25 degrees, and that caret will go to R pi, and it'll be pretty much equally the same shot. By just pulling up.
Oh.
And sometimes this might say a negative number. What, Ripper?
I was gonna say this is what they use against us a lot in TBT. Was they would fly high, fast, and then loft.
Yep, they did a lot. So the missile goes up into space,
2,000 feet, Mach
basically.
1, and they'd be pulling 20 degrees up and lofting a shot at us.
Yep.
And we found, is it Bible that found that the RWR warning has a upper angle limit where the missile's coming down at a certain angle, the RWR receiver doesn't get
there's
there's blind spots.
Dead zone, yeah.
Yeah, the dead zone, like on top of your head. So if it's coming down on top of your head, then you're not going to get the RWR warning.
Yep, that is true. So this 25 is the delta between what you're at now. So it's not 25 degrees nose up just blatantly. Like it's whatever you are, it's the change you need to make to loft. Yeah, our arrow is the aerodynamic max of a non-maneuvering target if it hits. Our opt is usually what we shoot at because of that free distance there. And then R pi is basically the next. The first shot is usually R opt or R arrow. You want to get that shot off really quick, and have them go defensive, and hopefully you have a wingman or element behind you doing that classic grinder there. R pi is a little bit better of a shot PK percentage, but that means that also means that you're closer now, so it goes both ways. And then RTR, if you're waiting to RTR, the circle blinks, then you're way too close. You either turned around and it was like, hello, I'm here, which is fine because you're gonna have to shoot something. But if you're waiting until RTR, then that's not a good thing, depending on your threat. If it's a MiG-21, then sure, I guess. But yeah,
pretty much assume that whatever your shot parameters are, theirs is exactly the same. So if you had R pi, they're at R pi with a shot towards you.
Yep. Good way to put it.
Although we found the red side is a little bit less.
It is poop. It's poop.
Yeah. But the AI is one thing.
The AI they were going like in our the 20-player with Stevie, the BVR mission that we did, they were going like Mach 1.5. Like they were screaming. They were going pretty quick. Kind of evens out the playing field a little bit more. So on this bottom here, this first number is the distance you will be when the missile goes pitbull in this case. So you will be the missile that's out now. You'll be 24 miles when your missile goes pitbull. And then this F, 10F, is how far you will be to your contact when the missile impacts. Then going back,
Prime?
yes.
Is that 24M? Is that dynamic? So if you turn, let's say, 60 degrees to the left or right, will it actually update the value?
Yes, it'll update.
Okay.
Yep, and if they turn around, it'll probably stop or increase. It won't. It'll dynamically change.
Copy. And
then on the left here, the bottom A05 is time to. So this is actually kind of worded weird. This is actually well, never mind. So this is time to HPR, which is Husky. So this is the first level. I'm not going to go into details, but it's the first level of the missile using HPRF to see hot, fast targets. So that the brevity of that is Husky. When it goes to from A05 and it counts down to 0, that's Husky. And that's this top here, 24 miles for Husky, this bottom one. Then on the next one, it'll also tell you how far you'll be to Pitbull, 23M. So it's 3 seconds to Pitbull and you'll be 23 miles away. And once it goes Pitbull, there is very few reasons why you need to be hot after Pitbull. The only reasons that you need to be hot while Pitbull is if you know 100%. Yeah, is if you know 100% they did not shoot, then sure, keep going, and you bonsai. But if you don't know that they shot, or you might be a little close. If you have 3 seconds to Pitbull, then you turn around and don't follow it in because there's no reason to stay hot on the target there. And then the next one, so T6. So that you should be turned away. It should be in a coast mode where it just calculates where the missile should be, and then it goes into a timer. So by this point, you should be turned cold and away from the target there. And then once it hits to 0, usually it is courtesy to say timeout so that everyone knows that whatever missile you shot 13 seconds ago is gone. And to either 1, start looking for a splash, or 2, getting ready for another shot. Pretty much it on that. Any other questions about this picture on the screen?
Nope.
I have one question.
Yes.
Prime. Let's say after the Pitbull you keep, let's say, STT or something else. Are you feeding any information at all to the missile, or is it on its own?
After Pitbull?
Yep.
It's completely autonomous. So it is what you're locked onto doesn't do anything to it.
Copy. Okay.
On that subject, shooting is different now. So STT, when you hard lock TMS up twice, that's the best the best targeting mode to keep the accuracy of the data link to the missile. Because if you shoot in Twiz mode, it doesn't give the updates as fast to the missile, and especially with maneuvering targets, it'll be here at 1 second, but let's just say that it updates every 5 seconds. So it's here at 1 second. 5 seconds later, it's like 1,000 feet to the left or something, and the missile's looking at the previous 1,000 feet, and it doesn't see it, and it misses. So you need to keep it locked throughout the timeline, at least to Husky, is if you're a little worried about what's going to happen, and Pitbull if you're kind of confident of, especially on your distances. If you're confident on your distance and you know that it's not a high threat or something, then you should support until at least Pitbull. And then is anyone not familiar with cranking? Yeah, speak now if you're not familiar with what cranking means.
I'm not familiar.
You're not familiar?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So so when you're cranking, I'm gonna be using my hands, but you can't see me. So you're going hot on the target. You lock something up. You fox. You want to support the missile, so you turn left or you turn right, and you put the target on the far gimbal of either the left or the right, so you can keep that lock.
Got it.
And that's cranking. And then
that way you can it's going to be less angle to turn to maneuver away once it goes Pitbull.
Yeah, that and you degrade their dynamic launch zone, because now you're 45 or 30 degrees off from their shot. So you're decreasing
and you're slowing the closure rate as well.
Yes, decreasing the closure rate. And also on the receiving side, if you see someone cranking, there's about a 90% chance they shot. So just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Got it.
There's a symbol on the HUD for cranking.
No, that's the kata. That's just the intercept sign. So one bar scan, 2 bar scan, 3 bar scan, 4 bar scan. In a nutshell, 1 bar scan, it's a literally like on the right here, a 1 bar. So you're only doing 1 bar. So it's fast, but it's a small amount of volume of air. 2 is a little bit more volume of air and it's a little bit slower. 3, same. 4 is the largest volume of space to search. So if you don't know where someone is or you're literally searching, you could use 4 bar scan, but it takes the longest. But you do have a wide volume of air that you're actually searching. So if you don't know where someone is, you could use 4 bar scan. If you kind of know where someone is, you could use the 1 bar scan. It's only like, depends on how far you are, but average is like maybe 10,000, 12,000 feet of search. So you got a smaller search area, but it's faster updates. And then you have your elevation, and then you have your azimuth. So you got the 60 degrees, the full. And you got the 30 degrees when you bump to the left or to the right, bump the cursor left or right. And I think 25 degrees is when you're in Twiz. And then 10 degrees is the spotlight when you hold TMS up. That's when you go into spotlight mode. And that's the quickest way to either burn through someone or get updates of something in a small volume of air. Any questions on this slide?
I guess relating to cranking, what angle would you recommend? Since in the graph the maximum is 60, would you recommend going all the way to 60, or recommend a crank angle 55?
Yeah, you can go up to 60. So you could go up to 60 and then like get out of, you can like literally lose the target. It'll coast for I think 7 seconds or 6 seconds. So it'll calculate where it should be, and it's still giving information to it, but it's basically the same thing as you turning away. But you could always turn back and reacquire it, and it'll reacquire and start making adjustments. So you could like kind of go back and forth between 59 and 61 if you want. But those 3 degrees might not really do much, but just don't be a...
Go
ahead.
I usually turn left or right, and so let's say I'm flying right at them, like I'm locked up right off the nose. I'll turn to where they're right on the edge of my MFD, either left or right. And so that way I get the most amount just right before they're about to go off the side of the MFD.
Yep. And if you lose them, don't be afraid. Just bring them back, and you can put them back in your scope.
Now, and I've had a habit where I've done it, I haven't locked up, and then I'll hit one of the other modes, and it goes to a smaller scan size, and it's pointing at the wrong direction now. But yeah, you can easily undo it and refix it. But yeah, about to the edge of either side. It usually I turn based on whichever way is the bug out. So if Sam's at the left, then we're looking to bug out to the right, or vice versa, whichever way. It's all dynamic based on the
situation
of your
yep.
flight and the situation, what's happening.
Yep. And to change your bars, see if it has it here. Yeah, so over here on this bottom left MFD, see the A, that's the azimuth, so 60 is 60 degrees, 30 is 30 degrees, 10 is 10. And the bars has 4 there, so 3 is 3 bars, 2 is 2, and then 1 is 1. So you can literally use these OSBs to click it and change the bars and the azimuth, or you could bump it to the left or to the right.
It's actually a good thing you see now. So like you have the bullseye on the bottom left, or you have the declutter button bottom right, or control at the top. You can turn to where that contract is now either far left, far right on the FCR.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I got.
Can I make a comment about cranking?
About what?
Cranking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've also been told, and I practice it, that when I crank, I also like to go into at least a shallow dive. It helps when because the radar gimbal is 60 degrees vertically, correct?
Yeah, it's all directions. Yeah, it's a cone. Yep.
And so when you crank, it's also, especially if you're going against something that's hard to kill, like 27 or something like that, you go into a dive, it'll help you go defensive, and you'll still be able to keep that lock while you're cranking off to the side.
Yep, you can gain speed to get ready for that 5-6G turn if you need to. So you're just gaining that speed so you could trade it for change of velocity vector. So IDM, who is not familiar with IDM? So if I were to tell you to change your IDM to Victor, who does not know what I'm talking about? Awesome. Sweet. So yeah, I think we all know it. 8 people, 1 second per. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. Any questions on IDM?
No, the only thing I want to say is you just want to make sure when you set up the flights 1 through 8 that, like the 5 through 8, you want to make sure that the lead will tell you what ones to set from the other flights. So you want to make sure everyone has your IDM set up the same.
Yeah, as if we're going to
If
go
that makes sense.
continuous.
Yes.
Yeah. Which probably not
And
going to
if
go.
you have like if you're having IDM or data link issues where you're not seeing all your flight on the HSD, odds are you're continuous and somebody doesn't have it set up correctly. Like number 4 is set to has it set something different or something.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
one of the number one things. So if like you having issues with it, then that's what you should be looking at is how you have it set up.
Does that apply to within the flight, or literally everyone flying around
Within the
should have the
flight.
same setting within the flight? Okay.
Within the flight. So okay, the example here on the screen is it's flight 2. So let's say we have flight 1 and flight 3. So the lead would say put 1 and 3 from flights 1 and 3 into the thing. So 5 would be 1 1, 6 would be 1 3, 7 would be 3 1, 8 would be 3 3. And then all 4 of you in your flight need to have your IDM set up the exact same way.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Again, if you don't, then you might have an issue where you don't see your own number 3, or you don't see, you start losing flights or, one of the players.
And that what you don't see is what other people don't have. So if someone else pings and they don't have someone in your flight, you won't see them.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. So if you do your own ping, you'll see, of course, everyone on your listed. But if someone doesn't have one of the flights, one of the members on your list that's listed, then they won't see it because it's not on yours. And that's why it's good not to do continuous, because you have one person doing flight A, and then flight B doesn't see any of their flight members, but they see the flight lead of like flight C and flight D. It's like, I don't know what you want me to do with that.
And then once you get over, once you obviously have over 8 or 12 players, then you get into issues.
Yeah. Because if you all have demand, someone should be demanding a ping every so often. So just based off that, you should be able to get pretty good SA on things. And then, yeah, remember that you could send data to your own flight members. So 1, 2, and 3, it'll send it to the respective numbers, and they'll hear the data.
And then like the image at the top.
Yep,
Yeah.
the yellow little bracket.
I'm forgetting, what is the difference between them sending the data and them having it locked up?
So sending data is when they send it, they press the OSB on it.
Yeah.
Having it locked up, if they have a target locked up while the ping is going through them, so if 3 has someone locked up and it goes through 3, and 3 still has it locked up, it'll show up as 3 as a bug target.
But it looks like whether they sent the data or them having it locked up, it's the same symbology, correct?
Yes, it's the same. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of like a quote unquote locked line, so you kind of see who they're locked onto if the ping goes through them. So my game plan today, at least to do a little something here. So I gave the orange flight aggressors. So you have PL-12s. They're actually not that bad of a missile. So I gave you PL-12s and aggressors block 30s, and then the green we have CADMs. It's all CADMs, but it's a CADM version of the PL-12. So my plan is to green stays on the north side, I have this box here. So green stays on the north side, and orange, yellow, whatever the color that is, peach, stays on the south side, and we'll fight from there.
Yeah.
So we don't have to use the tankers, but they're there. So I'm gonna go over some like red flag rules. So when you're dead, when you get hit, if you're not familiar with the beeps, so when you shoot the missile, you'll hear a short beep when the missile goes out. When you get hit, you'll hear a long beep. It'll be like 3 seconds or something. It'll be very obvious. So when you get hit, I want you to just descend. Go to about I'm gonna do 8,000 feet. So the floor is 8,000 feet. So I want you to descend to 8,000 feet when you're dead, and also turn off, if you're able to, turn off your radar and turn off your jammer, and descend to 8,000 feet and go in the opposite direction. And once you go in the opposite direction, once you get out of the box, you could wait. I want you to wait 30 seconds to come back in. That box is pretty small. It's like 60 miles or something. So just fly out at 8,000 or below.
Is there a waypoint? We should have a waypoint set up on each side as the.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, I'm connected now.
They're they're roughly on. They're like 2-3 miles outside. So you basically could fly to your waypoint, whichever one's closer. Obviously, don't go to the opposite side of the box to respawn, but
Okay, one's texting.
Fury 4-1, what is your problem? You are disrupting traffic.
Two text.
Fury flight, Cobra flight.
3 texting. Fury, go ahead.
Watch one of your F-16C despawn.
Say again?
I just watched an F-16 despawn off of the tarmac. That wasn't one of you guys, was it?
No, I don't believe so.
Alright, we're gonna taxi right behind you guys.
It was probably Ripper's number 2.
That was Jackal's AI.
Alright, Cobra copies, we'll taxi right behind you.
Fury 4.
4 is texting. Oh, my blue? Oh, I want to be. Oh, what the heck was that?
Fury 4, expedite taxiing.
Rasta.
Hey, Fury 4-1, what's your TCAN channel? Say again for Fury 4-1. What is your TACAN channel?
Come back, Fury. Double.
Cobra 2, taxi, charting, Foxtrot, Echo, and hold short, runway 27 left.
Sorry, you got stepped on by the AI tower there. Could you repeat? Disregard. This is 3, what's our takeoff plan? Roger, we'll all line up and we'll take off with the 3-second interval. Copy that. Just to make sure, I assume we want 3 in the slot. Say again. Do you want 3 in the slot, aka do you want 3 in the middle when we do that 4-ship lineup? Oh yeah, A-frame.
4-1, contact tower for takeoff, switch to 3080.
So slow. Go so slow. Three saddled right. Or 4 saddled right.
I just want to say you're doing one of the most mattered taxiing. Everyone usually rushes it.
Yeah.
Your fault. So nicely done.
Laughing. I'm not getting a take-in signal from...
Cobra 2-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 3088.
Predator 2, you should be on 80 X-ray. Make sure you don't transmit air-to-air.
Copy. I'll check once I come this time.
2, if possible, can you just more left? Thank you. Good enough. Green position.
4 set.
Running up. One's rolling.
2's rolling.
3 rolling.
Rolling.
3's airborne.
Cobra 2, Osan Tower, wing 330.
4 airborne visual.
Knots, runway 27 left. You are clear for
Airborne.
takeoff.
I'm getting nails 29, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we're aggressors.
Say again.
Our aircraft are the aggressors, so we have 2 9s.
Ah, okay. Flight, go uniform 6. Contract speed 350 knots. Three 4-3 checking in, uniform 6.
Tier 4-2, contact uniform.
Fury 4-4, uniform 6.
Fury 4, 4 ships up. This is 3, I'm going to try saddling up, getting a little closer. Okay, I made an oversight with the steer points. We're basically going to do them in reverse. Flight reference steer 8. 3 position. Visual 3.
2 is into it.
No visual 2. Are you off my left too?
Yep.
Okay, visual. Try to close it up a bit.
So one, if you want, we can go to Victor for data link so they don't have a chance to see us.
Yeah, you're fine. Let's switch over. I'm getting too close. Let me spread it out more. It's my bad.
Four saddled right.
Visual.
Two, do you know how to switch your data link to Victor?
Yes, sir. Already done.
Sweet.
Yeah, you listen to the briefing.
Okay, I'll be a quiet 4 now.
Check turn right. Four one. If we cut our mode 4, are they still going to get our mode C transmissions?
I usually turn off everything. If we have them on, they could get them, but it'll probably be blank because we don't have the same mode C. So yeah, PvP you usually turn off everything but mode 4, but since we're aggressors, we'll just have everything off.
How do you cut mode C in the DED?
Could be 5.
Appreciate it. Okay, yeah, flight, go dark, turn off transmitters. Let me close it down, let me spread out a little more.
Remember there being a papa? Maybe. Traffic 2 o'clock, go altitude. Who has a visual? Let me wave to the tanker now. You guys down to try something a little bit more aggressive for the first round? I'm down.
Stay firm, I want to squeeze as much juice out of these missiles as possible, so... I'm probably going to try to use loft since I don't get to loft them often. Let me try to devise a devious plan, because I think if I go on with the standard, I think they're probably going to do the same thing where they have their element holding and then just start a grinder. I want to see if I can bait them out of their grinder while keeping ours. Okay, what I think we'll do is that we'll push from steer 6, which will be our anchor and reset point, by the way. We'll push sort of in a extended box formation. About halfway through when we're starting to commit the first group, I'll have the elements go back towards reset. I'll call them to do it, and then I'll call them back, and we'll start the grinder from there. So just to make sure, when we're going in that box formation, are we all hot? Stay firm. Basically, I want to bait them into thinking that we're all going to go hot and attack at the same time, and basically bring them in and then get them to commit all their forces. And then when they try to go back, basically Element will chase them down.
Copy. So you're going to tell the Element, which is me, when to turn cold and run away, right?
Stay firm.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Cobra 2, check in on uniform 6.
Yeah, Fury 4, I got you 5x5.
Yeah, we're on uniform 6.
Someone tried to target us.
Cobra 2, our uniform 6 is 24112.
Light, we're marking.
Cobra has you 5x5. Jackal.
We'll go below it. Hey, Cobra, Fury 4, hey, be advised, I got Jackal garbled, so if he has to say anything to us, you gotta send the message to us.
Come back, Fury.
Yeah, I can barely read Jackal's transmission.
Jackal, Cobra, you copy?
Yeah, copy. I am back in here.
Okay, Cobra, Fury can't pick you up. I think they're too far. Cobra flight just fenced in, and we are 32 miles from our respawn point. Fury, Cobra.
Go ahead.
I just checked in with Jackal 6. He's taking off. He's back at the airbase. Cobra is about 30 miles from our starting point.
Fury 4, yeah, we're 45 out now.
Roger, we'll check in with you when we get there.
I got an ET of 5 minutes, 40 seconds.
Copy, we'll be there. We'll be at ours in 3.
Flight fence and sim.
Or sim fence 9-7.
3, fenced in, 10-1. Q fenced in, 9-9.
1 sim fence 9-8.
Make sure you're in sim. Arm doesn't give me warm and fuzzies.
It should say sim on the SMS page and on your HUD.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the cons are like 25,000.
Yeah, that's A-firm.
Ready to go.
Push comes to shove, I might make my element go above the conning trail, so probably go 35, 36 maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. You can maneuver altitude how you want. We'll probably stay below the con until we shoot.
Copy that. It's just I don't trust these PL-12s compared to the 120s, so I want to give as much advantage as possible.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll see what they can do. 2, go trail 1 mile.
One, this is 3. What do you want the element to do?
Orbit around steer 6, and I'll call you in.
3 copies. 4, this is 3. Once we hear steer 6, we'll make a right-hand orbit.
1 copy. Cobra 2, Fury 4 is at our respawn point.
Fury, Cobra copies, we're here, we're ready as well.
Copy, we'll go fights on then. We're gonna switch to UHF 7.
Copy, Cobra, or Fury, fights on.
Let's fights on at 20.
Got stepped on.
Cobra 2, Fury, let's the fights on at 2308.
Fights on at 2308.
One, this is 3. Just to confirm, we're pushing uniform 7 on fights on.
Hey, firm. You guys can push uniform 7 now.
Copy, pushing uniform 7.
2 is on UHF.
Two comms check, UHF. Charlie 2.
4 on you.
Okay, 2, in place turn to steer 5.
4, let's start a right-hand turn. Turning now.
4 switching sides.
Yep, good idea. I forgot you're on the right side. That's my bad.
Nope, it's good. It's basically fighting wing, so it's good.
Two, push it up 400 knots. Elements start pushing.
3. It's time to turn 4. Let's again there. Elements hot.
If you pick anything up, send it on data link.
GM set it to continuous and enable it yourself.
Two, go line abreast enable.
Sorry.
Three, this is 4. Oh, actually, never mind. You're a good spread. I take it back. This is 3, no joy on the FCR. Do you want us to keep going hot?
Yeah, turn towards north along the coast. We're going to reset. 2, hook turn left back to steer 6.
Copy. 3's due left. She said, okay. There's one of you guys passing us.
Copy. Be advised you're conning.
Copy. Thank you. Up, I'm starting to pick up contacts. I got one, Angels 27, he's bullseye 137 for 26, data link in contact.
Data.
Seems to be a 2-ship. I don't want to chase him too much, because I don't want to get too, I don't want to get dragged in.
Copy, what's your range, Phil?
Range is about 30 miles. They're conning.
That will do well.
4, do you want to go in? It's a 3-ship, 4-ship. They're all together.
You're 3. I'm 4.
Alright, let's go. Let's launch those missiles.
4 bracket right.
Alright, 3's going hot.
Unable to burn through.
2, hook left.
Box 3 long. Cranking left. I've engaged the nearest bandit. If you can, engage the middle one.
Box 3, trailer 148-33.
Copy, they're turning hot on me. Pitbull, turning cold.
4 is defensive, off.
This is 3, you know where the contacts are, A-Firm?
Flare.
A-Firm, we're looking. We have you, and we got distributors.
Copy that.
Altitude. Altitude.
Going directly towards you. 4 is still defensive, so, got missiles on me, going defensive as well.
4 is naked. Make sure you're in XMIT 2 if you want to transmit in front of you.
QS. 4, I got visual on you. Keep flowing towards that direction. Reference steer 6 if you can. Form up on you.
2, I'll engage that guy. There's one to his left. I saw the other one pop up. Bulls 156 or 24.
Let's meet up at Angels 2-2.
4.
I got visual, 2 contacts off my nose. They're turning cold. One going defensive. They're split into 2. The other group is on the left.
1, this is 3. Do you need our support?
A-firm. Yeah, push hot.
Copy that. Element, turn left.
Port.
Sorry.
2, go cold.
Heads up, 4. I got eyes. He's a strober. Bullseye 155 for 36.
Locked.
Read engage. Got a lock on the guy, Angels 19.
Copy. Got the leader. Oh. Leader Metallica sorting.
Lofting.
Box 3 leader 24,000.
Not getting a lock. I'm gonna do Mad Dog.
4 is defensive out.
2, hook.
We Fox 3 long. Mad Dog watch. Three defensive.
Is naked.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, I see the right group. They're recommitted. I'll engage.
We're still defensive.
We recommend we bracket from first element.
Copy. Just to make sure, what is bracketing again?
Just spread out azimuth, so you spread out here.
Copy. Yep, good idea.
Four is blind marking for a little bit.
I got visual. I'm down low. I'm at Angels 13. I'm climbing up to be here. It's all good. Or check front right.
Visual.
Here's out descending to 8.
One to hit, descending. Resetting back to steer 6. 2, regroup at steer 6 at 8,000.
Do this 3.
Alright, let's turn right. 3 hooking right.
4.
Do head steer 6, we're coming to help.
They're dead.
Oh, they're both dead. Huh. Up, I got eyes on a contact. Angels 19 and Angels 22. One strober. Use bullseye 156 for 48, healing target.
Locked.
Data.
Yep, got him. Metallica leader.
Chaff. Flare.
See, I'm trying to lock onto the second guy. Can't get it.
It's cranking.
Copy, I got a lock on the guy.
Which one?
The one farthest away.
Trying to get the leader. Got the leader.
Got the trail. Going, cranking left.
Fox 3 leader, cranking right.
Chaff. Flare.
Got visual on him. There's a rear element that is currently trailing or conning right now.
Spike 16 out.
Copy, missile pitbull.
Husky for 4.
Got a lock on the rear guy. I'm gonna take a shot and turn cold, just to scare him off. Never mind, they were smart. They turned cold. 3's turning cold. Reference to your 5, 4.
4.
They seem to have tricked me. They've turned hot again.
4 can turn back. 4's turning back.
Turn back. You should have got visual on him.
Yep, locked leader, 25,000.
Me, I'll turn hot with you.
Fox 3 medium leader, 16060.
3, turning hot.
15 miles off.
Chaff. Flare.
Up, your bandit's going defensive. Nicely done.
4 is defending.
Chaff.
Yeah,
Flare.
3's defend.
Chaff. Flare.
3, missile defeated. Two, go line abreast, off my right.
Aggressor, go ahead and knock it off, let's go get fuel.
Cobra 2, you said you want to knock it off? Cobra 2 Fury, uniform 7.
We can go back to 6 if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Everyone form up on 6 and then we'll get fuel.
A-firm, reform, uniform, correction, steer 6. Flight push, uniform 6. Three's near Cobra 2, Fury 4.
Four is blind, trying to reacquire.
This is 3, I'm currently on the dirt right now, climbing up to Angels 20. You should see me momentarily.
I got you on data link, trail 5 miles. Visual.
Fury, fly Cobra.
A-firm, I got you line clear.
Hey, I just saw an airframe go down. I think it was my 4, I'm not sure what happened, or my 3, and my 4 is not responding.
Copy. We hit him too hard?
Good.
Or the cat, if it's finally bit.
3. I'm gonna hook right, regroup with
Already
our
checking
elements.
on Victor 15.
Or visual.
3's hooking right, regrouping with first element. Everyone's good on the tanker, right? Good. 2. 2.
4's good. 3 right side, line abreast, 3 miles.
3, visual. One, this is 3. What altitude do you want us to sit at? You want us to sit at Angels 212?
Brody, if you can hear me, jump down to public launch 2.
We're coming up to Angels 20. I think the tanker is around 23.
Copy that.
South tanker, copper.
Cover 2, Fury 4.
Seven five. 7-5.
This is 4. Got visual on you guys. Matt, you're 7 or 6 o'clock high. Scratch that. Sorry. 9 o'clock high.
Flight reference just 7. Cobra 2, Fury 4 on uniform 6.
We might be too far.
We just had them.
Yeah, you're right.
Fury flight over.
Cobra 2, Fury 4, can you confirm that you lost the airframe?
Yeah, we lost debug. He says he got a hit queue, and his cockpit faded out, and then he exploded. So I think the DL12 is alive.
No, that's the. Sometimes it does that. They're not live.
You killed him too hard.
I had him jump down to public launch 2 if you guys want to check in with him and see what happened. But we're going to go ahead and push uniform 13 and go tank.
Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Do you want to come back and do another round, or you want RTB after?
I think we should do it, and I mean, it's going to take us some time to refuel, so if there's a way to frag a single ship and get debug in here, that might be a possibility, but I'll leave that up to you guys.
Fury 4.
Yeah, this is the second time that happened. It just random. Sometimes it literally kills the pilot because it goes blank. Then you just explode.
Or let's start climbing to 2-3, and let's turn a bit right so we can regroup.
Or
Flight 10 south, and turn your IFF back on. Flight push uniform 1-3.
We're gonna climb higher than 2-3 so we can go over on top of them and reform.
Copy.
4, let's level off and let's turn right and get back to our pause.
4.
Much tighter turn, make it a little quicker. Correcting and turning left.
Fury 4-1, Cobra 1-1, got it. Contact me at 10 miles.
Flight fuel state.
2, fuel state 7-0.
3, fuel state 5-4.
4, fuel state 5-7.
Copy.
Element should be in position, forming on you right now.
Where's that? 22.
3, 1 tanker.
Say again, 3.
Visual on tanker, see me.
Copy.
Heck is who? Or saddled right.
3, visual on 4.
At 2 and 3, do me a favor, push up a little if you can. 3, you especially, you're in my blind spot.
Copy, 3's closing it in.
Try and like kick out and push forward. That's a good spot, too.
Yeah, I'll kick it out more. I am a little close. Alright, spreading out a little.
Wing.
Flight echelon left, 0.1 mile spacing. 3.
4.
Where'd you go?
Dropped a rifle. Should be seeing me now.
In position.
2's in position.
4's here.
Heads up, once we refuel, I need to head out, so see an AI when we go home.
Copy.
Same deal.
Bring the car back.
Fury 4-1, Copper 1-1, you are number 1 to refuel.
Fury 4-1, Copper 1-1, clear to pre-contact position.
We lost visual, anyone? I didn't realize we went so low.
Yeah, that was my fault, wasn't paying attention.
Alright, I need to do split S and slow down. My bad 4.
Fury 4-1, copper 1-1. Cleared to contact position. Fury 4-1, stabilize. Fury 4-1, stabilize. Contact. $1,000.
3's finally in position.
4's here.
Sorry about that, 4. I suck at this part.
No problem. I was anticipating that I broke a little bit earlier, but yeah, it takes practice with intercepting the tanker.
Thank God I remembered the key I had for the laser. This sun is killing me.
$3,000. $4,000. $5,000. Disconnect. Fury 4-1, stabilize. Contact. $6,000. $7,000. Disconnect. Fury 4-2, copper 1-1. Clear to pre-contact position. Roger.
Cobra 2-4, copper 1-1. You are number 4 to refuel.
Whoa, this is Screaming Eagle.
Fury 4-2, copper 1-1. Cleared to contact position. Fury 4-2, stabilize.
3, Joker.
Fury 4-2, stabilize.
Fury 4-4.
Fury 4-2, stabilize.
Over 4-4.
Fury 4-2, copper 1-1. Heads up, tanker is entering turn.
I don't want to interrupt your guys' refueling pumps. Can you meet me in public launch too?
Stay firm. Stand by.
1,000.
Hey, Prime. Is there any way to get Debug back in the air?
Yeah, you could frag another flight. Yeah, right click, frag. And then
2,000.
make sure the takeoff time is somewhat, reasonable because it'll be real time.
Oh, that's true. Oh, he's gonna have to ramp start and everything. Oh, actually, no. If you get the takeoff, eh?
Yeah, just put it like 20 minutes before. Well, yeah, you could make the flight like an hour from now, and then once he wants to, when you want to take off, you just kind of back up the flight to 20 minutes, and then or 6 minutes or 7 minutes, whatever, so you can taxi.
Copy. I'm trying that now.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Prime.
3,000.
Yeah, seems like they're trying to get. Oh, sorry. Seems like they're trying to get debug back in the air by refragging a flight.
Copy. Debug could potentially take my slot. I am hopping out.
Yeah, he's already in the making one, so you can make one.
Copy. Are we going home or are we fighting after this? We're gonna fight him after this. Copy. Then I'll do a full tank and then I'll hop out.
5,000.
I think that was fun. I'll probably have this full mission with just chapters in there like the other one that I did.
Bingo.
Yeah, copy. I am
Bingo.
interested in seeing the briefing.
Or Joker 4000.
Fury 4-3, copper 1-1. Clear to pre-contact position. Roger.
That was my first time refueling in a turn.
First?
Kidding, right? You said first? Not bad for a first time, I'll tell you that.
I'm used to catching the tanker on the straight, but I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just relax and just swap.
Oh, like doing it on the turn? Yeah, that's great. You looked good doing it on the turn, so that's pretty nice to hear.
I hope y'all got a video clip of that.
Yeah, I got the whole thing, yep.
Fury 4-3, copper 1-1. Cleared to contact position.
All people need to realize is air-to-air refueling is a mind game, or at least part of it.
Fury 4-3, stabilize.
Yeah, refueling really is mind over matter.
Contact.
Absolutely. Panic, and that's when you start making those big mistakes, those oscillations start.
4,000.
With these Alaska skins, you two look, seems like we're in Alaska. It's kind of neat looking.
I also realized we all have different skins. Like I thought we all had the same skin, but no.
Yeah, amongst the four of us, there's 3 different skins. I wish you two had something else, or one of you had something else.
My OCD, I would have liked one element to have one color and the element to have a second color.
Agreed.
Do they have the Southeast Asian looking one? It's like green and brown.
Yeah, I think 2 is that one. Yeah, 2's right there.
It's not that one. It looks like that one, but it's darker.
Oh, not familiar.
Might have been a fictional skin I've seen.
So you're making me real nervous down there.
Yeah. There too.
Yeah, so try to calm down after the whole refueling in a turd.
How much fuel did you get, one?
I think I got around 7,000 pounds.
If I remember, my element had less fuel than you, so it might take a little longer. Because we have, what, around 12,000? So I'm expecting 8,000 pounds for both of us.
Two back to it.
Oh, I guess we got more than 12,000. Nope, I take it back. 12,500. Alright, I'm done refueling, moving to red observe.
Fury, 4-4, copper, 1-1, clear to pre-contact position.
Here we go.
Fury, 4-4, copper, 1-1, cleared to contact position. Fury, 4-4, stabilize. Contact.
Alright, 3's disconnecting. I hope no funny business occurs.
Alright, man, take it easy. Thanks for coming out.
You too. Y'all have a good night.
As the tanker straightens out, I'm just
1,000. Fury, 4-4, copper, 1-1. Heads up, tanker is entering turn. 2,000.
When you said you had 7,000?
I filled up to a fuel tank. It was about 7,000 some odd pounds.
Copy. I'll stop at 7,000.
Alright, boys, I'm gonna disconnect, but I'm gonna leave you with this.
Alright, man, take it easy.
See ya.
Three, in position.
Yeah, that sun could not be in a worse spot.
I was hoping the tanker would block it out, but nope.
It's like blocking half of it in the perfect position. It's crazy.
I'll catch you all Thursday.
Really? I might as well. Game is track too.
Disconnect.
11.
2, in position. Cobra, 2-4, copper, 1-1. Clear to pre-contact position. Roger.
Three's on right side.
Cobra, 2-4, copper, 1-1. Cleared to contact position.
Push uniform 6.
Going to 6.
Cobra, 2-4, stabilize.
Reference steer 6.
3.
I'm gonna have the AI2 RTB.
Two.
marking. Wonder who else is on the other side. Hopefully there's still 4 of them.
Cover 2, Fury 4, Uniform 6.
We're saddled right. Go again. Go again. What the heck? Are they still down? Are they up in the air yet?
I think they said they were taking off.
Fury 4, Cobra 2.
Go ahead.
Cobra flight is ready to go.
Roger, we can go fights on at 27.
27, copy.
I'll be 2. 2's kicking out left.
Copy. Fence Sim.
Sim fence 9-1.
Sim Fence 9-3. Kick out to 2 miles. And let's kick it up to, or push it up to get above the con.
2. Reference what heading?
Reference heading 030.
2. Keep climbing, or we're still conning?
Yeah, let's keep climbing. Am I conning? Yeah, I see it.
Yep. Get some hits right at bullseye. Seems like top of cons 35.
Is that a tanker? Oh my god, I got their tanker.
Yeah, right on bullseye. Hits 25,000. Jammer on spike. I'm trying to sort the left.
I got nothing on radar.
Right at bullseye, just left of bullseye. 25,000 strobers now.
Okay, I got Strobers.
There's another one, there's a right one, so watch out for that one. Yep, there's strobers now.
Okay, I'll get the right group.
The left group.
Okay, let's go gates. Okay, I'm Fox 3 on the right group. 0 for 14.
Locked on left, box 3. Cranking left.
Cranking right.
Out. Husky, 5 seconds. Husky.
Okay, one in the right group is cold. I think I missile defeated. I'm re-engaging.
Two nails, 16 north. Naked coming in. All cold sorted left.
I got one low, Bulls 1647 at 10,000.
He goes below 8, he's dead. I got 3 at 9,000 and below. Seems like they're all dead. They're all below 8 and dying, going north.
Did you fire on 3 or 2?
I only fired one missile.
On 1.
Fury 4, Cobra 2.
Go ahead.
Oh, you guys are storming home 6, okay. Hey, we're all dead filling cold.
Copy. Okay, we can reset.
Yeah, I really want to watch that ACM line.
1 status.
Fury 4, go wedge. Three.
So yeah, I guess either Fury or Cobra, because I'm number 4. I'm just an old. I don't know what I'm doing. So so Fury or Cobra, who wants to go first?
Is this the second engagement?
This is like the first. This is nothing happened yet.
Okay. Yeah, I can go for Fury. So for this one, I had the element hold out at our reset area for a little bit before pushing with us. Oh man, I wanted him to do an in-place turn. That's why he ended up behind me. Okay. He was supposed to come out into line abreast there.
Yeah.
That's okay. Anyway, so the element held back while we pushed looking for you guys. We pushed a little bit far, and we didn't see anything. No Strovers, no radar contact or anything. And it might have been because I was looking too far to the west. That might have been why, because I thought you guys would be over farther to the left. And then I realized, yeah, exactly. And then I remembered you guys said about coming down the coast. And then I think it was 3 mentioned that he didn't see anything. So that's when I turned back and I told him to look up and down the coast. And then he started spotting and then they engaged. So basically from here, we just started standard grinder from here. I remember it was kind of difficult to sort because of the proximity and the jamming. There's 3 in a row. But I saw that the 2 groups kind of separated.
I didn't know he got in front of me. Did not know this happened. Yeah, they were close. I was trying to sort. I couldn't sort. No track.
I don't know why, but I really had trouble burning through your chevrons. Like I barely got lock at that point, right before I shot my missile.
Were we above? Not really. Well, we were just a little bit below. Yeah, it was hard to get through your jammers too, but I eventually got through it. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I remember you guys when you guys started engaging, we turned hot. When we started engaging, I made a mistake because I forgot that it doesn't work like in DCS. I tried to like pre-program the Sidewinder to bore sight, but I forgot in BMS that it puts them both to bore sight, even if you just set one, where in DCS it just sets one of them to bore sight and the other one still stays slaved. So that's why I didn't end up firing on this engagement.
Sidewinder?
The CADM 9X.
You were messing with that 30 miles?
It was before that, but I couldn't. I tried to I tried to fire the PL-12, but it didn't shoot, so that's why I just went cold.
Oh.
And it wouldn't go off because it wasn't slave to the radar.
Okay. So you put the AIM 9 or the PL-12 slave?
I put the 9 to bore, but it puts them both to bore side if you set one of them. So when I tried to fire, the PL-12 was set to bore sight and not to slave.
Oh, that's different. Write that down.
It's been like that for a while.
Never noticed.
I don't know. It was a.
Also, what you're saying is
feature,
that's
not a
the
bug.
whole. It changes like the whole missile mode.
Yeah.
More side.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
I got into BMS at like 3.4 or 3.5. It's always been like that.
I never had that sequence of events happen for me to notice. Yeah, me and 3 turn back. Try to sort it on this group. He sorts on that group. I get a fox off. Yeah, that was a close. I knew he was. I saw them cranking before I could even shoot, so I was like, I need to get something out. Shoot at about 19 miles. About the same time. So speed,
Yeah.
so we're a little slower. They're slightly higher. Interesting. Over to you, Holiday.
Yeah, I actually don't remember this one. Oh, I remember they separated. I remember they were separate. I said I was sorting the right group guy on the right. I remember that missile. That's when I went defensive on that one. I guess Wingman went the same way. We both got killed by this one missile on this one. Like you guys did in the last engagement.
No, I think it's like because we tried 10 miles, but you don't get it at 10 miles, so it's somewhere between 3 and 10 miles, so it's probably like 5 miles, which is really, really far or a
Yeah,
splash
I
radius.
was not expected. I didn't expect to get hit from where I was.
Yeah.
So I feel a little vindicated in the TacView, seeing it like this.
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way I got hit."
There's no way. Yeah, exactly. Like there's no way. But yeah, there's like a at least 5 mile bubble at this point. It seems like 2. Is he here? No. I don't know if he plays DCS a lot, but beaming doesn't really do too much, especially if you're that this close. They boxed at 0.95. They're going super slow. They're going super slow. He's going super slow. So Fox away. He foxes more than halfway there.
Oh yeah, you get the M ton by that point.
Yeah, you get
he should
everything
have,
is normal. Yeah.
He should have defended that hard. Yeah, firing at 17. I would have just gone defensive immediately and just cut the missile.
Yeah, just foxed it and turned off. So that's when you guys were dead.
Yeah. No, that one didn't hit me.
We'll go back to up here after we do this one real quick.
No, Rhodey, he's talking about their element.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our element died.
Well, one of them did.
Yeah, one of them in technicality. Yep.
Yeah.
I lock it on. What the heck is happening? Did I box yet? No. Oh yeah, here's when I basically bonsai'd. So they're going at oh, that was him. I was wondering, I was getting confused. So that's me. I get launched at, and then 3 actually bonsais. And now he's locked on. Since they're dead, so we set up our own grinder. So that's how I offset a little bit, come back around, and now I'm hot now. How far is this shot? 16 miles. So I saw this, and I was like, he's really, really close, but I know, yeah, he was high, and he was a little bit about the same speed, so I was like, I need to get out of here after I shoot. I foxed, cranked for a little bit, and then got out. That's when 3 immediately went,
oh, no.
Yeah, he went hot, but we were in the same area, so we both have the same like situation. That's why it's important to spread out when you're in a grinder. So if you both are circling around each other, you're both now in the same situation.
Yeah, I learned that in the second engagement.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Didn't know I was formation with that thing, but I was like, so my internal timing, it was I basically I knew it was close, and I was like, if I don't do this, it was like a aggressive defense, where I'm not flowing away, I'm just kind of neutral ground going like this. So I have it on my thing the whole time, and then I see it like go behind me. So I have it on my I have it on my 9 o'clock now, and I see it go like 1 degree behind me, and I'm like, it's probably done. So I start climbing up, and it was like barely done, but that's how I know it. It goes like 1 degree to like from 9 o'clock to like 8:59. I'm like, sweet, I should be good, and I was good, hopefully, or good thing I was good.
Well, go back. Your missile hit. So hit something. Is it just me, or does TacView have the AIM-120 and the PL-12 confused for the graphic?
In TacView?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's well in the game it has a aimed 120C, the Atom.
Oh, okay.
I guess it
Okay,
just renders.
Yeah. This is where debug exploded for some reason.
Oh, too fast missile. Yeah, I don't know. It went like closed out and died. Like it kills the pilot like instantaneously. Like it's the second time that's happened. Last time it happened to Bono, and it just kills the pilot.
Yeah, I got the beep and then it blacked out.
Huh.
Yeah, it was like right around the time that I think Ripper called knock it off too.
Yeah.
Because we're going to the tanker. I was at about 2,000 pounds of fuel right now.
2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Whoa,
ended that engagement with 7,000 pounds.
Brody, are you drifting missiles?
I think he
What's that missile doing?
logged out or something.
What's that?
Because he went all derpy.
Oh yeah, that's when I logged out.
Went all derpy.
Oh man.
I have a
That's
screenshot
when I logged out because you guys told me to drop down.
His
Drop
plane
down to
ends up
the
like
other
scraping
channel.
the water.
Yep. I got back into the plane and was scraping the water.
That's fine. That was the engagement on the red side. Let's move on to the orange side. Let's move to the green side.
Okay. Yeah, do you mind backing it up a little bit to our push point? So this didn't go quite how I wanted it to go. My intention here was I wanted element to pivot in place, kind of like the other team did. But as opposed to a grinder situation, I wanted to set up a flank. So I was looking for I was trying to remember the term for it when you it's not a wall, but when you're split. What's
bracket?
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's what I was going for. I wanted us to be tied to our element and have both elements even spacing, line abreast, pushing. Didn't quite happen, so we just kind of sorted as best we could. Originally the strategy was that as soon as we got positive ID, both elements were going to beam deploy out to the outside of the engagement and then flank in. So we're going to try to confuse their sorting and try to use some element of that, but that didn't really happen. So instead, we ended up seeing the contacts on our right, and element was closer. So I told them to flow hot, and me and Hal we tried to beam right. We tried to beam the point to the right, and I wanted to see if we could fall off the radar, but it doesn't look like we did because I know I got Fox on, even though I'm in the back of the formation. So I gave Debug and Rody authorization to engage, and so they sorted their targets. So I don't know if Debug, if you want to go through your first engagement, because you're going to shoot first.
So I got my target, and I'm not sure at what point I was able to get the lock. The chevrons were really finicky for me.
Seems like about
at this point
26, 27.
Yeah, it was a bit, too close, and
it was hard to break through.
Yep.
So at this point, I'm trying to, orient myself for the shot, and I know I'm close, so I should take the shot momentarily, and then I call for the shot for my wingman, and then, tell him to get out. So we shoot and defend.
All right. So if I could jump in real quick, neither of those missiles track, right?
On your side? Yeah, negative.
Yes, on
none
our
of them.
side. You guys, did you guys get? What made you guys defend so aggressively? Did you guys get missile warnings?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, how much earlier did they fire versus our side? Everyone Fox is about the same time, right? Are we just that close?
Let's see. As mine
Well,
are
Fox.
cools, so it's a
And then Fox.
small delay. 40.
Okay.
And about
Because
10-second delay actually.
okay, so I guess they're probably just able to burn through a little easier. Yeah, it's unfortunate they're on track. But did you guys still get pitbull warnings?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was looking, but like I said, we weren't in the cone. I should have been in 3 should have been in the cone, but it didn't track him again. He was all in there.
Okay, so they do their job then. Turn you
Yeah.
guys cold. That's cool. Turns out that I think I don't know if it was 4-3 or 4-4. Your missile's super effective because it's at me, but these guys pick it up. So you turn 3 planes cold basically with 1 missile. Prime is your missile.
That's crazy. So all of you over
I remember
here.
that point when I saw it was like everyone was turning cold. I was like, oh, they're
Dude,
all
I
cold.
didn't believe the missile was at me. I thought I was picking up the Pipple from chasing one of the element guys, and then finally I was like, all right, I better defend. And yeah, I don't remember it hitting me. So, all right, so that's cool. Pretty close. So 2 stays committed. Yeah, so this is pretty wacky. We
So who's that offensive? Is that 1 and 2, or is that? Okay,
Well,
it's 1 and 2.
Okay. I didn't know that 2 was this far ahead of me.
Wow, that just stopped tracking
it
almost
just yeah,
instantly.
it just decides to go
Two,
somewhere else.
Yeah, 2, you gotta support that missile.
Yeah.
Right about there, you probably lost gimbal.
I don't blame him though, because at 18 nautical, I mean, in
I hear
any
ya.
other circumstance where my missile wasn't borked, I would have fired, and I would probably have done the same thing.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Because he's locked onto this 2, but there is one holidays up closer. So there is
Yeah,
a
and yeah, my RWR was showing as pretty close. So that was my
Okay.
reasoning for not going crank.
You're right. I apologize.
Did
It's a good call.
the separation might have confused your sorting, because 1, I heard you didn't know 2 was in front of you, so you sorted the leader, but 2's in front of you. So that could have happened too. Like you sorted correctly by the standard, but you didn't know you were switched.
Correct. So I think I lost my lock. I think the chevrons came back up. And then right about there, I called it was naked and everyone else was naked. So I told everyone to turn hot.
I should have cranked. Kept it in view.
We're defensive.
At some point here, I got real close to the deck on accident. I didn't cross 8,000, but I got like 200 feet above the ground. So if
Oh.
there's any tall trees right there, I would have died.
And usually if I box and I'm cranking it and supporting it, and you're like turning cold through the 90, I just turn off cold no matter what, because there's no reason for me to support a lose missile basically. So
Okay.
give you some extra time, just in case there's one already out for you. See if I can kind of see it. Yeah, I noticed. Am I locked on? It seems like they're locked on to Recluse here. So I box onto you, and I notice you're like halfway turning. So I box, and then I crank for a little bit, and then I'm out, because you're already on the other direction. So I'm like, there's no reason for me to support this losing missile. even though it didn't track, but it's still out there. Brody, what you doing? Brody, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, what was going on? Remember this?
Oh, disengagement. I was locked on and I was trying to break through the I finally got it. I fired it and I broke off. And it was
You got him.
Good job. Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I couldn't break
nice
through
crank.
here. Had to turn back.
No, and I had to keep it on the gimbal. That's why I turned again. once it went bullseye, then I turned again. Trying
They were
to
super
beam
close.
it right there. Yep. Right there. No, I'm losing gimbal. There you go.
Oh yeah, you lost it, and it's like, oh, well, whatever.
There you go. But it hit it, and then oh my goodness, it came close to me though.
Yeah, on these turns, seems like you're bleeding too much energy. So you're at Mach 1, and then you end up at 0.55 before you even get all the way around. You're
No,
bleeding too much energy there.
I saw that missile coming towards me, and then I just reversed it and dived down, and that came really, really close.
Yeah, that's pretty close. You're still going straight.
Yeah, but I'm faster than the missile.
Yeah.
And I timed it, and that's when I pulled up.
Helicopter.
No, because I've noticed you could time the missile once you see it and it's tracking. Because I saw it coming at me. You time it.
Yeah.
Like you said,
You get it down. The beeps, like, yeah. If
Yep.
you're not dead by like 7 or 8 beeps, then you're most likely good.
Exactly.
Recluse, you remember this one?
Let's see. I do. So I remember I was originally chasing after the cold element, and I saw the hot element coming in, and so I actually radioed my element, and I told him that we're gonna pursue the cold element and try to make you guys think that we're not paying attention to you.
Okay.
And we figured you were coming in to delouse us, and so I instructed 3 to come in full gate and take a bonsai shot at you guys while we drag you. So that's kind of the setup for what's about to happen. I take this Fox 3 shot over here just to kind of sell it. I know this missile's gonna miss. And I know I'm being shot at. So what I wanted to try to do was drag you guys into 3, but it looks like you guys played it pretty safe.
Yeah, I remember we saying there's some trailers with 3. I remember those. I saw you 2, and I was like, some hits trailers. I was aware of these 2.
So you guys sniffed it out.
Yeah.
Prime, can you go back a bit? A bit more. So I'll turn towards the target in a second, as we're just keep playing now. Go forward. I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, so Recluse comes up with a plan here. He gives me the target, and I try to find it. And I have the lock here, and right as they're about to cross my line of sight, I lose the lock.
Oh yeah. Well, these 2, yeah, that makes sense.
You're looking through our
So
jammer.
we need to plan on this as well.
Good call.
Yeah,
Very
I
good
think
call.
this is one of the reasons the
Yeah.
ECM was really different for me this time around. And I
Yeah, 'cause-
didn't play for a while, so I think I'm still used to 436 ECM. I was really frustrated on this one.
Yeah,
And
they
you'll
just
see
got
as
in
they
front of
cross
you.
my line of sight, I'll gain my lock again.
I think I remember what I was doing here. So I remember, it was one of these times. It might have not been this one specifically, but I remember going in ECM off, and then I waited till someone locked me, and then I turned it on, and then I did my thing, shot, and then turned it back on again. It might have been this one because you lost lock and then regained it in that couple seconds there. Because the reason why we found where you were because you were blasting ECM and we saw the chevrons. We delayed our ECM on that first engagement, but it's definitely a new technique with the ECM consent and no consent.
So Cobra, when you guys had your ECMs on, did you have it in manual or semi mode?
I put mine in manual because I wasn't sure if it would automatically still do the auto
countermeasure.
Oh, I
select
always
manual.
have mine in manual.
Manual.
So if you have it in transmit to CMS down and you're in semi or auto mode, the transmitter will go on and off automatically, right, Prime?
In auto, it will. In semi, you still have to
Okay.
give it consent. And the only thing, it was a couple weeks ago, we were talking back and forth on Falcon Lounge and air-to-air tactics or something. So the only difference between semi and manual is that semi, it just yells consent or chat or counter or something. That's the only difference between semi and manual. So they're basically the same.
So once you give it consent, it's looking for a reason to turn a jammer on, and it won't turn it on without a reason.
Say it again?
So if you're in manual mode and you have your jammer on, you're in transmit 2, and you CMS down, the jammer will come on automatically when you're locked up, but it's not going to broadcast all the time, correct?
As long as you're in XMIT 2, yes, that's correct. So it'll be what's it called? Active mode. So whichever band locks you up, it'll jam that band.
Okay. So why were we broadcasting all the time then? That's my question.
So I saw you when you were over here. I'm not sure why you were jamming over there. Were you in 2?
I was in 2.
I think
was everyone else in 2?
we were in 2.
I was in 2.
Yeah, almost all the way.
So it might still see. We were far away. Like we didn't get any nails or anything. So we saw you, but we were like 80 miles away. So I guess the jammer code still knows there's someone out there, and then it starts jamming it, even though it's 80 miles away.
Or we're broadcasting it, or we have it in the wrong settings somehow. Maybe we go. We'll just need to refresh on that another time then.
Yeah. The only reason why it will do that is if you were in 3. So if you were in XMIT 3, it will do that with consent.
Okay.
Broadcast
Yeah, right,
everything. But if you're in 2, it would only do it. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because we didn't see you guys until you were basically within an engagement range.
Yeah.
I think then once we picked up our nails, and then your jammers came on, then we saw chevrons and everything kind of happened.
Yeah, I don't turn on my jammer till I either see a nails or I'm getting locked on. Like I don't even have it consent. Like it's completely it's just in standby mode basically. And then once I start seeing stuff, then I turn it on and cycle it and do things.
When you say turn it on, you mean CMS down, right?
Yes, consent. Yep.
Okay. All right, I understand.
All right, where are we? Somewhere in here. So lost lock, pass through, no clean
So
line
it's
of fire.
probably your cycling of DCM and not the line of sight. Or maybe a combination.
Maybe
of both.
combination, yeah, probably a combination. Yeah, probably a combination.
Really interesting mechanic though. Definitely a new factor in the fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, gents, I gotta run. It's a pretty early day for me tomorrow, so good flying with you.
Yep.
See you
See ya.
Thursday.
Thanks for coming. Hope you had fun.
Later, man.
Good
Take care.
Brody went bonkers, goes to that Japan. Like is that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that. And I'm already at 1,300 pounds, so I'm looking for
Jeez.
the nearest tanker.
Oh no.
Yeah, I saw you coming in. I saw you about here. I'm like, there's someone to the left there. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then you disappeared. I'm like, I don't know where it went. And I was like, okay, well, whatever.
Oh, yeah, 1,300 pounds.
1,300.
I wish you said something. I would have given you space.
No, that's okay. I had enough fuel.
It was funny because I picked up Rody back on Discord because we had some miscommunication that led to him actually exiting out. So he gets back in. I'm like, hey, if you're close to the south tanker, go ahead and just refill there. He's like, no, just come back up to you guys. And then very shortly after, he changed his mind.
Yeah, because I was already closer to to that tank.
Yeah.
I think, but you realized you didn't have any fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Me
I
and
think you guys landed?
Yep.
Warhawk and Jaguar. What the heck is happening?
Jaguar.
Going back to where you separated.
We did land. We refill first. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we got our practice in. But it was just us two. So even though we were pretty low, it ended up not taking too long. So I refuel. We do it in 2 legs. So I stayed hooked up the whole turn. That was cool.
Nice.
That was good.
And then he tops off right there, and then we're at 0.3. I know that Rhodey's at the other tanker. I know that there's 5 airplanes refueling over there. And so I looked out my right-hand window and I saw an airstrip, and I was like, well, we can either burn fuel or we can land. So
Oh, when you
decided
said you
to,
landed to save fuel, I thought you went all the way back to the base.
oh no, there's this nice little airfield right here. So we decided to do that. So I'm not sure how good our overhead brake was nice. It's very nice.
One.
Way too many flares. I had the wrong program set for my flares, so I dump all my flares. And then
Yeah, it's not bad.
Shabby. Oh, not too bad. I overrun the run. We were really heavy. We just
Oh yeah, I
refueled,
bet. Yeah.
so- yeah,
True.
that's what we were talking about on the way in. We reminded each other not to break the gear, and so I came in a little hot just to make sure I didn't hit hard. And I overran the runway by about 20 feet. So that's And yeah, so I think that we landed and then we hot pit, and then by the time we were done patting ourselves on the back, you guys radioed us and said you were ready.
Sweet. Yeah, we were like, did they go home? We were really confused. So I practiced fingertip for like 20 minutes. Felt like 14 years.
Yeah,
It was forever.
after I got off, I went straight to 0.3.
Yeah, I was like this for like 20 minutes. Like it was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, I kept trying to raise you guys on uniform, and then I realized there was a mountain in between the airfield and
Oh yeah, over there.
Side, so so that's when we weren't on the ground for long though. It was probably 2 minutes after we landed. I checked in on the text, and you guys said you were ready. We took back off. So
was this
Rewind
tilt?
it back a little bit.
Well, hold on. Was that a tilt?
No, that was
I don't know. I was like, what the heck was that? I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna go to the side.
That was a rudder kick.
Oh, okay.
Pedal kick.
That's what it looked
for
like, but I'm
route.
like, I guess that's kind of weird. I thought you tilted, but I'm like, that looked like a rudder kick. I'm like, whatever. Need to practice on this side anyway. But yeah, that's what I want to say. What was that, Rhodey?
No, I was just going to say rewind it a little bit. I wanted to see that again.
Oh.
But there was a lot of turbulence up there.
Oh. Seems okay when I guess when we left, the turbulence liked you, Rhodey, I guess.
Oh, tell me about it.
When we first hooked up with our tanker, I'm not sure why, but it was going like 350 knots.
Yeah, that's when
350, really?
I hooked
Yeah, and
off.
then it ended up slowing down to 300 like it's supposed to, but it was weird. It was like
They're trying to use up all their fuel so they can go home.
yeah, it waited until I was right about to hook up, and then it slowed down.
Oops, sorry guys, we gotta go home. RTB.
Okay, bye. It's like you don't want to do your job. Just tell me. Just tell me that.
Oh, I posted the pictures in the public media.
Oh, okay. Where do I do the little thing? There it is.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Let's see.
nice.
I tried to do it. Because this is when we thought we were going home. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I wanted to switch to the other side, but you started to turn to the right. So I was like, oh, let me just go back to the left. So I was like, wee. And then that's all you turned to. I'm like, oh boy. So I went back to the other side.
There you
Like,
go.
wrong timing.
You didn't overg it, right?
No. I only did like, it was like, yeah, not even 2 Gs, maybe right there. Negative 0.5. I've always wanted, have you seen people do, that's really cool when they do that. I want to do that. To go over the top, switch sides.
Oh
yeah, I've done that a few times.
I've done that a couple of times.
Always on the overspeed.
So somewhere, yeah, here said that you're good to go. So I go from white knuckles to normal. You go line abreast here.
That was a good check turn.
And yeah, we saw your tanker. We were like, we see it's like 70 miles out. We're like, what the heck is this? So we're like, that's a tanker. Okay, there's someone in between here and the tanker. So we're like, okay. So we sort azimuth. But yeah, go ahead, Holiday.
Yeah, so we ended up seeing that there were two groups. Well, first we saw the group on the left, the one that Prime has up, and then I saw a blip for a split second for the right group. So I targeted sorted the right group, and I just I fired because by the time I really got them locked up, that's when I saw the range was really closing fast. I fired, and so we were super close. I was kind of getting close to my like 120 mark, so I just went defensive immediately. And I was expecting a missile. I didn't really see it though. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for it, and it never came. Those missiles, they never showed up on RWR.
Yep, same. We were deciding at this point.
And then I saw that there was no missile, and then I also saw that they were all cold. So I wasn't sure if they were
we all got
dead.
hit.
I wasn't sure if they were all dead because some of them were showing like at 9 and 10,000. So I thought you guys were just like right, skimming the hard deck. So I was just kind of like chasing you guys down just in case.
No, because I did hear a long beat.
Yeah.
So let's look at what those missiles did.
It's Warhawk.
That was a good shot.
Yep, within 2 miles.
I was surprised that neither of you guys got a shot off. Was it were you not able to get to the jammer?
No,
Yeah,
we
that was the
couldn't
case for
jam.
me.
Okay.
We couldn't break through.
I had my jammer in that engagement for sure on number 3 mode manual, so I was just blasting it.
Everything. See, what was the height differential? I think we were up there. Yeah, we were up there.
Yeah, you was up there.
So yeah, that'll do
We
it.
were like 35,000.
Yeah. So you're getting the sheer beam from our antennas there. So I guess that checks out. Did you know what? I guess you locked for a second, so you kind of knew what altitude we were for a little bit. And it's funny how you're able to get this guy. You're able to get one, but not me because I'm hot. He's a little bit offset, just a tad. So I guess that makes sense with that 30-degree. Were you aware of both aircraft? I guess
Yes.
you just weren't able to. So you just launch something. Had a little long.
I remember calling you. Well, I told the element they were a little closer to you guys, so I told them to take a shot. And then as we got closer, I didn't see any other group, and so I told 2 to take the trail of the 2, and then we probably just didn't. You guys are pretty close together, so it probably just didn't sort correctly.
Yeah, that was the case.
We were too close together
Well,
on the radar screen.
The bandits are. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, and especially with the jammer too.
What was our spacing there? Was it like 2 miles? Or
2
something
miles,
like that?
yeah, 2 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Even when you zoom in, it's kind of hard to.
I think with the 2v4 BVR,
See,
I
I
think
thought I got
you
hit.
guys would have done better with a closer formation, oddly enough. Instead of like you kind of have like a spread 4 going here, but the spread 4 you like unintentionally sorted yourselves for us. So we only had to worry about I only had to worry about the East group and primarily had to worry about the West group. Where if you guys were in a wall or a little bit closer together, I think that would have been enough to confuse us. But at the same time, I think you still would have ran into the issue with both the missiles kind of
breaking
showing
us
up on the
off.
RWR. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's either closer together to kind of like overwhelm, or maybe not closer together, but maybe like a more of a wall, a spread wall instead of kind of like grouped together like this.
Okay.
And we were 10,000 feet above you, so that didn't help either.
Yeah. One of the big lessons I'm taking away from tonight is that it seems like grinders type separation is a lot more valuable than flanking separation. Like having a group come in.
Oh yeah, behind
having
you.
your element come in behind you versus because that was my whole goal tonight. I wanted to play around with flanking and beaming and that kind of stuff. And it doesn't. I mean, we didn't execute it perfectly by any means, but fundamentally, having the support behind you, being able to just turn cold and know that somebody's there to help you, seems to be a lot more valuable.
Yeah, the backup.
Especially with especially since we're not like F-22s or anything like that, we can't just go Mach 2 on a dime to outflank someone. You know, it's a lot more of a fundamental sort of fight.
At F-15 for DCS coming soon.
Get ready.
I've never played DCS. I need to try DCS. I think I finally have a computer that can run it. So
I like it for what it is. The graphics aren't enough for me to like step away from BMS. I play them both. They feel kind of like different niches.
Yeah,
I like BMS because the community is a little bit more knowledgeable generally, and the missions are more focused. DCS, I just hop on with a buddy and go bomb stuff.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit more of like eye candy versus content for BMS.
I wouldn't necessarily say content. It's just the F-16 specifically. There are some differences where it leads me to prefer the BMS 16. But yeah, I think one of the biggest things about the DCS one that kind of irks me is which they're fixing now. Like they just had an update for the RWR, and also they're like really staunchly trying to do like this 2007 F-16. So they don't have the not the FFARs, the laser guided rockets. I can't for life remember. Yeah.
T5L?
No, it's the regular like rockets, but they have the lasers on them. I can't remember what they're called for some reason.
There's laser guided rockets. I've never heard.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're great.